Guten Tag, Damen und Herren, Herr Friedrich Merz, Herr Sebastian Lechner, David McAllister, and the leadership of the CDU in Lower Saxony, dear delegates, friends, guests, thank you for the kind invitation to be here today. First of all, I would like to congratulate my friend, Mr. Lechner, on your phenomenal result as State Chairman of the CDU in Lower Saxony. I just heard the results. Two weeks ago, I was here in Germany, but I visited Bavaria. I'm also the Minister of the Western Cape for Agriculture, Economic Development and Tourism. But I'm also the chairman of the second largest party in South Africa, the Democratic Alliance, and my program did not allow me to travel to Germany so soon after visiting Bavaria. But when I saw that the Bundeschancellor will be here today, I changed my diary. But I have also made some new friends in Lower Saxony, and I regard the Lower Saxony CDU chairman, Mr. Lechner, as my friend, and I knew I had to be here because I also deeply admire his leadership, his courageous leadership, and his decisive leadership. But I'm also here today to express my gratitude to the CDU fraction in Lower Saxony Landtag that came to visit me in South Africa in May 2025 under the leadership of Herr Sebastian Lechner. Yesterday, I had the pleasure of meeting the Deputy Speaker of the Niedersachsen Landtag, Frau Barbara. I'd also like to thank the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung for facilitating my plans to address this special audience. I have a young man here, Dr. Christopher from the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung. Christopher, können Sie aufstehen, bitte? Delegates, when the Berlin Wall fell in 1989, it triggered geopolitical changes in South Africa. It brought also an end to apartheid in South Africa. Germany played a significant role in the reconstruction of South Africa over the last 30 years. Germany helped with a peaceful transition in South Africa when Mr. Nelson Mandela became the first black president in South Africa. Delegates and Mr. Sebastian Lechner, 5 minutes walk from my own office in Cape Town. I see the Berlin Wall in St. George's Mall, which is a reminder of breaking down walls to promote peace, freedom, democracy, justice, and liberty. I mention this because what happens in Germany matters to my country, South Africa. Germany also matters to Europe and the world today. Germany is also known for its history of coalition politics, and South Africa sent a multi-party delegation to Germany to better understand coalition politics. Last year, on the 29th of May, we ended one-party dominant rule in South Africa and paved the way for coalition politics in South Africa. It is called a government of national unity. The German ambassador in South Africa, Mr. Andreas Pesker, wrote an excellent article, What South Africa Can Learn About Coalition Governance from Germany. Some of these lessons are now before our Parliament for legislative changes on coalition stability and the threshold. The key lesson from Germany is to move away from ideology to pragmatism. Our main coalition partner, the ANC, is still stuck in the past because they put ideology before pragmatism. My party, the Democratic Alliance, puts pragmatism before ideology. My friend Sebastian Lechner, I have noted that the CDU and the Bundeskanzler puts pragmatism before ideology in Germany right now. The ANC has not yet come to terms that they no longer have a majority in South Africa. There are only now a 40% party coming down from 90 to 80 to 70 to 60 to 50. They are now a 40% party. And corruption and crime are major issues in South Africa, and the ANC is not capable nor competent to deal with corruption and crime. There is an emerging consensus in South Africa that the ANC is incompetent and corrupt to the core, and that they will be punished. Nächstes Jahr, wir haben eine kommunale Wahl in Südafrika, and they will be punished by the people in South Africa. To remove corruption in South Africa, you must remove the ANC from government. Das ist so einfach. It is as simple as that. Black voters are now openly hostile towards the ANC government. Change is coming in South Africa next year. On the contrary, my government in the Western Cape is having a majority government led by the Democratic Alliance since 2009. My government is a regional government, and we have a 30-year partnership with the Bayerische Landtag. As a subnational government, we adopted the following vision and values. The vision is to build a government that people can trust. Our values are Kumeren, competence, verantwoordelijkheid, innovation, integriteit und Ansprechbaarheid. We are the only government in South Africa where ministers must do a lifestyle audit to prevent corruption. We also have the best government and record of delivery for the last 15 years by independent sources and by the Auditor General of South Africa. As a party, we have the following principles in our federal constitution, our Verfassung: constitutionalism and the rule of law, freedom, non-racialism, social market economy, protection of private property. Mein Freund Herr Sebastian Lechner, Sie werden mir sicher zustimmen, dass diese Grundsätze auch Grundsätze der CDU sind. But dear friends, die große Frage ist im Moment, was passiert in der Welt? Wir haben Krieg in Europa, wir haben Handelskrieg, wir haben Global Instabilität, wir haben Protektionismus und wir haben Angst. Die Leute in die ganze Welt hat Mut verloren. The world now needs leadership, decisive leadership. I can only see that leadership coming from Germany in the world. Germany has changed its direction on the 23rd of February when you had a snap election. Germany now has a leader with a head that thinks strategically about the role and the future of Europe. An eye for the detail of what is now required to step up in Europe. A heart that understands the emotions across Europe, but a man that does not lead with emotions, but with facts, with data and pragmatism. I salute the Bundeskanzler, as his task is now beyond the CDU. It is beyond Germany. In fact, it is even beyond Europe. There is now a global responsibility on Germany. Germany cannot and will not fail. The world needs stability in uncertainty. I call it structured flexibility. Delegates, I have met the late Bundespresident, Dr. Horst Keeler, in Bonn, in North Rhine-Westphalia, and Bonn, in the Schloss, about 15 years ago. That man had a deep love for Africa, and he understood the politics of the people of Africa. We don't want aid, we want trade and respect. Africa respects Germany as a beacon of hope in a confusing global world where democracy and freedom is now under threat. We support your efforts in returning to a global rule-based governance system. In my view, Germany is now ready to lead in its foreign policy. The three pillars of Germany's foreign policy are freedom, Freiheit, security, Sicherheit, and prosperity, Wohlstand. To build successful international relations, you need a sound policy framework to navigate through the complexities of today's geopolitics. Mr. Sebastian Lechner and delegates at the CDU Assembly here in Osnabrück, I never had the opportunity to thank that, the Deutscher Akademischer Austauschdienst, because they have invested in my own education. Almost 30 years ago, they co-funded my PhD studies in Öffentliche Verwaltung. I want to thank them here today. Every day in my professional career, I'm reminding myself of what I have learned from Germany, from Deutschland. Zum Beispiel Rechtsstaat, Verfassungsgericht, duale Ausbildung, Sicherheit, Ordnung muss sein. Öffentliche Verwaltung und Schuldenbremse. Herr Sebastian, when I got the Schuldenbremse, I got it in Berlin. I asked for an English copy. English for Schuldenbremse is a debt break law. We put it in Parliament. The ANC rejected it, but we will put it back in the Landtag. I am standing here today with Germany as the late Dr. Horst Keeler stood with Africa. Africa needs Germany, and Germany needs Africa. Wir sind Freunde. Later this afternoon, I will be flying back to South Africa. But I will not be leaving Germany because Germany lives in me. I want to repeat this auf Deutsch. Heute Nachmittag werde ich zurück nach Südafrika fliegen. Aber ich werde Deutschland nicht verlassen, weil Deutschland in meinem Herz ist. Herr Sebastian Lechner, I don't live in Germany, but Germany lives in my heart. Thank you very much, and I wish you a successful conference. Thank you for the invitation to speak here today. Ganz klar, Niedersachsen! Ganz klar.